Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk about graphing, okay? Because in Algebra 1 we do a lot of graphing and sometimes students get confused. So here we're going to go ahead and graph this one, and this is called slope-intercept form. And if you notice, okay, this is my slope, the value that's next to the x, and this is my y-intercept, okay? So we're going to start here at +1, and you always start on the y-axis, okay? So we're going to start right here. Sometimes students get confused and they put it here on the x-axis, but no. When it's in slope-intercept form like this, you always start off on the y-axis, okay? And then from this point, okay, we're going to use our slope. We're going to use this guy right here. And the slope is 2/3. And remember, it's rise over the run. So you rise early in the morning and you go for a nice little run. So because it says +2, from this point, we're going to go up 2, and then we're going to run 3. That means we're going to go 3, but because it's positive, we're going to go to the right. Okay, so up 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. You can do it again if you want. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then you can also go backwards, okay? So instead of going up 2 and then right 3, we can go down 2, 1, 2, left 3, 1, 2, 3. Same thing, down 2, left 3. So it's good to know just how to go backwards. Now this one is graphing linear systems, okay? And this is the shading part. And you see this guy here, this is called less than. Now if you ever forget, just get your hand here, right? You see it looks like that little shape there. And this is your left hand, so that's how I remember it. But you notice it doesn't have the little equal sign, right? This one does, but this one doesn't. So because of that, it's gonna be a broken line, okay? So when I draw this, it's gonna be a broken line, just like this, okay? This means that the points that are on that line do not make the inequality true, okay? Do not, okay? And then less than, okay, less than, we are going to shade below, okay? And then this one is called greater than, we're going to shade above, okay? So whenever you see these symbols, automatically you have to shade. So here, okay, this is less than, so if you get confused, just ask yourself, what y value is less than 1? So here's 1. What y value is less than that? 0, the negatives. So everything below is going to get shaded right here. Okay? And then we're done with that one. And then here, you see how it only has one variable, right? One letter. And this is the one where it's going to be horizontal or vertical. So a lot of times I tell my students HOIVAX. Horizontal when you just see a y, and vertical when you only see an x. So for example, if you see this, that means this is going to be a horizontal line because you only have one variable y. If you just see this, right, this is going to be a vertical line, okay? All right, so that's how you do that one. So let's go ahead and graph this one, and let me go ahead and do it in blue. So we're going to go to on the x-axis, we're going to go to -2 right here. And this one's going to be vertical because it's on the x-axis. So we're going to go straight up and down. And because it has a line under it, it's going to be equal. So we're going to make it solid. And then what x value is less than -2? Here's -2. Less than -2 is -3, -4, -5. So everything to the left. And you notice that the part that overlaps is this corner over here, this part right in here. And this is the area of solution. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's go ahead and do a couple more. The reason I wanted to do this one is because you see that negative, a lot of students get confused and they don't know, they think the negative goes to both numbers. It does not. It only applies to one. So you can actually rewrite it as -1 over a +4, just like that. So we're going to start, here's my y-intercept, start on the y-axis, always the y-axis. And then from this point, you're going to go down 1 and then to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a lot of students ask me, do you always go to the right? Yes, just to make it easy on yourself. But remember, we can always go backwards, right? So if I go down 1, to the right 4, and if I go backwards, I can go up 1 and to the left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? So this pattern still works, right? And it's important just to know how to go, backwards as well. And again, this line is going to be broken because you notice it does not have the little equal sign, okay? Does not have the little equal sign. All right, here we go. All right, so here's my line. Now I have to shade it because it has the inequality. So this is less than, so I'm going to shade below. What y value is less than 2? Here's 2, 1, 0. Those are less than, so we're going to shade the bottom. All right, that guy is done. The next one is this guy. We're going to start at -3. We're going to go up to, from this -3, okay, from that point right there, we're going to go up to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Up to 1, 2, to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. I can also go backwards, right? Instead of going up to the right 3, I can go down to the left 3. Okay, and you can see it still works. Up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. And this one is going to have a solid line because it has the equal sign, okay? There it is. You see how it has the equal sign right there? So we're going to go ahead and shade this, and this is greater than. So greater than, we're going to shade above. So all of this section is going to get shaded, right? But we're focusing on the part that overlaps. So the part that overlaps is right here. So all of this part right here overlaps. And that's your solution area. All right, guys? All right, let's see if we can do 2 more. And now you notice these are a little bit different, right? These are called standard form. And we got to change them into slope-intercept form. So I got to change them so that the y is on the left and everything else is on the right. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 4x. We're going to undo the order of operations just like this. And we're going to have y is less than or equal to. Now remember, you cannot combine this. Sometimes students think this is 7x or -7. No, it's not. You cannot combine this. This has an x. The 3 does not. So we're going to write -4x, take away 3. And that guy's ready to graph, okay? This one, same thing, right? -x, -x. Now, don't forget, you see that negative that's in front of the y on the left? You have to leave it in there, okay? Don't forget it. It does not just magically go away. So -x minus 2. Now, you have to get rid of this negative, okay? So what do? You're going to divide everything by a -1. Now, something interesting happens, okay? Remember, anytime you divide by a negative, the inequality reverses. So negative divided by a negative is a positive. You're going to reverse this guy. Goes like that. And then negative over negative, that's a positive x. -2 divided by -1, positive 2. And now this one is ready to be graphed. And that's it. So that's the difference between these two, okay, guys? Okay, so let's graph this one. We're going to start on the y-axis at -3. From the -3, you see it's a -4, right? So make it into a fraction, -4 over 1. So from that 3, we're going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 1. You can also go backwards. Instead of going down 4 to the right 1, you can go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left 1. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left 1. And if you notice this line has an equal, it's going to be a solid line. We're going to go ahead and make it a solid line, just like that. All right. Now this is less than. Now it could be confusing, like how to shade it. So -3, what y value is less than -3? -4, -5, -6. So everything over here in this section is going to get shaded. All right. Now we go to the next one. +2, we're going to start right here. Right, from this point, we're going to go, well, there's no numbers, right? So automatically your slope is 1 over 1. So from here, we're going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. All right, so you notice it's gonna go right through here. And you notice it has an equal sign, so it's gonna be solid. There we go. And then I have to shade. And this is greater than, so we're gonna shade above, right? And the part that overlaps is right over here. This section right over here. And that's your area of solution. And that's it. All right, number 4, same difference, okay? Same difference, we're gonna do the same thing. Just one more example here. So same thing, this is in standard form, we gotta rewrite it, so we're gonna do minus 3x on both sides. And if you want, you can pause the video, see if you can graph it on your own. And then we're gonna have negative 2y is less than negative 3x plus 2. Remember, you can't combine those two. And then we're going to divide by negative 2, divide everything by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is a positive 1. Because we are dividing by a negative, we have to reverse it. Negative 3 over negative 2, that just becomes positive, so you can just write 3 over 2x. 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. That guy's ready. On the next one, same thing, minus x. You are left with 2y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 6. And then we're going to divide everything by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now remember, you're dividing by a positive 2. You do not need to reverse the inequality. Even if you see a negative on the top, that doesn't mean you reverse it. We're dividing by a positive, so it's going to stay the same direction. Now be careful, negative 1 divided by 2 is not negative 2, it's negative 1/2, okay? And then 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then now these two are ready to be graphed. So we're gonna start at negative 1, we're gonna go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 2. 1, 2, 3, over 2. All right, and that is gonna be a broken line just here, all right? So after a while, they're not too difficult. And then this shape is, or this symbol is greater than, so we're gonna shade above. And that's done. Now we're gonna do this one. We're gonna start at positive 3 on the y-axis. So from this point, we're gonna go down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. And this is gonna be a solid line. Okay, just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and shade it. All right, this is called greater than, so we're gonna shade above. And then so the part that overlaps is right over here. And that's it, guys. So hopefully that makes sense and that helps you out. All right, guys, see you next time.